Hey there, folks. It's Justin Destination again from Nindie Spotlight, here to review the Switchblade peripherals, which come from the people at Gravilogic. Um, so, you know, from the perspective of a, you know, as seen on TV kind of commercial, we'll contemplate right now the Switch kickstand, off center, notoriously sort of flimsy, real easy to literally just pop it out. Luckily, it pops right back in. Um, there's only one viewing angle. You can come up with quite a list of all the shortcomings of this kickstand. I appreciate the fact that they included it, but there certainly are limitations to its usefulness. And it's not, if you're really making a lot of use of the Switch where you want to put it on a tabletop or on, say, a tray on an airplane or something like that, it has its limited usefulness. So, you know, cue, there's got to be a better way. Well, with the people who made the Switchblades, the answer is there is, which is actually not very expensive and quite affordable. All right, so what does it do? The more simple version of it is, like you can see with those on my Switch right now, when you have the Joy-Con off, they can look pretty aesthetically pleasing. If you typically play with your Joy-Cons off in the dock, you could have it sitting up in your dock and it looks nice. These are the more neon Switch inspired colors. They have other patterns and colors and styles, quite a lot of them actually. You can count on the fact that you can probably find something that suits you or your tastes. So that's the simpler version. The more valuable thing about it is the fact that the whole point of them and the reason that you have the Switchblade name is they have little feet that come out, and now you can stand up your Switch. It's a little harder one-handed, but you can stand your Switch up. These are fully adjustable, so you can get your angle. You can do head-on. You can go to a deeper angle. You can do just about any sort of angle that you like, which is nice. And it's nice and stable. It's on two sides. It's supporting the weight evenly, so it doesn't have sort of that wobbliness that the Switch kickstand could have if you're in some kind of situation like an airplane where perhaps things move around a bit. So that's a very convenient and very basic solution to a problem. If you're, like I said, if you're a traveler, I could see where it's a more substantial issue. If you're playing at ACA, obviously a lot, there's not necessarily a big call for this kind of thing. But the thing that I found that sort of a Reese's peanut butter cup situation where you find out that these two things that are individually pretty useful and nice, they're even better when you combine them. As an addendum to the general review, the fact that this is a useful peripheral for people that would have need. The one context I found that's even more nice is the fact that they work with the lovely Switch grip. I'm a big firm believer in the Switch grip. If you're not familiar with it, it's for games that you can play vertically, say pinball or classic retro shooters and stuff like that, where the orientation of the monitor was originally vertical. It's a great peripheral that you can put your Switch in sideways, basically. It has slots on the sides to then put your Joy-Con in, so you can hold your Switch vertically real conveniently on the go, and you can play those games vertically as they're intended, which is far nicer than having to sort of play them on a cramped horizontal screen where you got black bars on either side. The beauty of it is that once you have this, you can actually, because of the fact that the Switchblades are designed to go into the slots, they go into the slots on the Switch grip as well, or the flip grip as well. So now we have the ability to play. You can basically imagine this. Now you can stand up at any angle. You can stand up your Switch in the flip grip and play games vertically on the go. In theory, something that you wouldn't have been able to do at all because when you put the when you put the Switch into the flip grip, it ends up blocking the kickstand entirely. But even if it didn't, it wouldn't be at the right angle, so it wouldn't work. But obviously, since you can put the Switchblades in the way you want, that addresses both problems, and now suddenly, you have a secondary use. So for people who like playing games vertically, like I do, now you have sort of something that sweetens the pot even further. In the end, the Switchblades really, the aesthetic part of it is nice if you're really into that. Um, I don't know if that would be a compelling reason to buy it. But if you're somebody who travels a lot or who, has plays games locally and you don't have a television, you want to play with your friends, certainly the kickstand as it is, not the best solution, not necessarily ideal. For a relatively modest price, the Switchblades address that. Um, and they do have an aesthetically pleasing part. They are protecting the rails, as if you I know of people that have had problems with things wearing down, whether or not that's the Joy-Con, the part that slots into the rails, or the rails themselves. I'm never really sure. But the fact that you have something that's protecting it, so you don't end up getting nicks and things like that, I suppose secondarily is a nice benefit. But in general, if the kickstand hasn't been doing it for you, uh, if you have a flip grip, um, it might be a nice investment, and something that will help you enhance your enjoyment of your Switch on the go in particular. So, thanks everybody for checking out, and I'll talk to you later.